Hey everybody, Miss Montana Deleon here with another video. So a lady approached me and she was getting on me about this whole self-love versus my spiritual walk with the Lord. And she made a pretty good point. She was like, the Lord teaches you selflessness and not selfishness. So all this self-love, love yourself, that's so selfish. You know, I had to address that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Well, I had to be nice to her. I was like, in a nutshell, the Bible says, love thy neighbor as love thyself as you love yourself. So love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your family as you love yourself. Love your everybody as you love yourself. Okay? And yes, of course, the Bible teaches you selflessness. But how can you love your neighbor like you love yourself if you don't love yourself? If you don't know what self-love is? Like, how can you love somebody else when you don't know what love is? How can you love your enemy? How can you love your husband? How can you love your wife if you do not know what love is? Love yourself first. And in order for you to love yourself, you have to understand what God has created. God has created a blank canvas that you can draw whatever you want on it. You can draw a beautiful picture. You can draw an ugly picture. I used to have an ugly picture on my canvas. And I didn't love it. I didn't love that picture at all. It was an ugly picture. And I was just like, yeah, I really don't. Okay. So now, in my transition, I drew a pretty picture. And I love this picture. I love myself now. I love this picture that I've drawn for myself. I love it. I love it. And I want other people to love it and appreciate it as well. So I'm going to show you how to love me the way I love me. I'm going to love my neighbor just the way I love myself. I'm going to love my husband as much as I love myself. You know why? Because God taught me what love is. I had no idea, and that's going to be another video, what love was until I really got into this whole spiritual journey. Like, and it's so funny because self-love testimony number 1 was my in the flesh transformation. So once you get to first step, loving yourself, treating yourself with respect, knowing your worth in life, get your self-esteem up so that you can love every pound, every flaw that you think you have, everything about you, every mole, everything. Once you start to love yourself and understand it's not about how the world sees you, it's about how God sees you and that you're perfect in His eyes. Forget what kind of standards the world has put on you, baby. It shows when you don't love yourself, you don't care for yourself, you don't respect yourself, you don't know your worth. It shows when you feel that way, when you forget that. It shows. So my self-love testimony number 1, part 1, was me transforming in the flesh. I wanted to stop showing my booty, start talking respectful. I wanted to just love myself and forget my past and forgive everybody that did everything bad to me, that made me the monster that I turned out to be, the little wild heifer that I turned out to be. That was a wild little heifer. I just was really a hot little girl. It's hot in the ass. You know what I'm saying? I was just really hot in the butt. So that was the first transformation. It was a transformation in the flesh. I was just like, I have to get it together, honey, because this ain't me. I know this ain't me. I'm better than this, and I know this ain't me. Let me stop doing all this, because that ain't me. You know that ain't you. You know that ain't you. So I looked in the mirror one day after my ex knew, you know, a little breakup. Sometime after that, I looked in the mirror and I'm like, why I can't keep this man around? Love this man, and I, you know, do this man wrong and da 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 da, and we just go through it, and I just give him a hard time, and he just be trying to love me, and I was like, you know what? I need to work on me. What the heck is wrong with me? What's going on with me? Like, I need to love myself. I need to respect myself. I need to find out what my worth is. I need to get it together. And that's what I did. I dug deep down inside and I figured out where all this acting out came from. All this slutting myself out and just degrading myself. It came from me being molested and raped and just not having positive male figures in my life, or not having a good, close, loving mother to me, like, I didn't know what love was. I didn't know what positive attention was, because I wasn't getting none of that, I wasn't raised up like that. So it was just like, okay, I'm going to make up my own love. I'm going to make up my own attention. I'm going to just act out so people could look at me, love me, adore me, and give me some attention. And I was getting that, but it was the wrong kind of love. I'm like, I thought it was working, but it really wasn't. It was just tearing me down. It was really tearing me down. So it was just like I was moving backwards. It was getting worse and worse for me. And the results of my life were just getting worse and worse. And the outcome just wasn't coming. Yeah, I want to be this famous booty model. And what booty model do you know have ever went anywhere besides a little 15 minutes of fame, then they're on to the next young type thing, just graduating from high school? Like, yeah, it really don't go too far. Like, you really can't go too far doing all that booty model crap. Like, you really selling your soul just to get a little bit of attention, basically. That's all it is. So, that was the first transformation. The transformation in the flesh. Me just appearing, cleaning my appearance up, and just getting my insides right and my mind right, and just like, okay, this ain't where it's at. This ain't even me. I'm just too good to be like this. What is wrong with me? Should have had a V8. Okay, so that was transformation number 1, self-love. Transformation number 2, my part 2 testimony video was the spiritual walk. Okay, so I'm good. I'm happy. I like how I'm presenting myself. I like how I put myself out there. I'm good. All right. Cleaned up my little Twitter. Got all the positive little quotes on. Bam. Something's still missing here. I'm not quite satisfied. Let's see. Ah! I forgot about this dude up here. Who that? God. Okay. I remember meeting that guy when I was about 4, 5, 6, going to church every Sunday, little Bible study class for the kids, Sunday school, they call it, for the kids, back home in Miami. I remember him, and I remember they dipped me in some water, all for this guy up here, and I'm like, what is going on? Okay, yeah, we coloring, you know, coloring Jesus pictures and Moses pictures and coloring the ark and all that stuff. I remember that. I was raised up in the church for a little while. I really was. But I was just there. I was just, you know, attending. I was there. I wasn't living my life like that, but I was going there, you know. My grandma was hard on that church, like every Sunday, honey. We'd be walking down the street, honey, walking down to 17th Avenue and going to that church. But it all came back to me. I'm like, I need to feel complete. I need a little help to stay on this route that I'm on, like trying to be on. So I went to my spiritual side, my spiritual transformation. This is what I need to complete my journey. And that is what I did. So I took the self-love. I got that down pack. Okay, cool. I love myself. I got some self-respect going on now. My self-esteem is up. I know my worth. Now, let's just get right in life. Let's get right in life. And let's just treat people good and just be a good person. I mean, the Bible, all the Bible is common sense. Don't kill your neighbor. Don't rob. Don't steal. Don't do all that bad stuff. Stop giving people the coochie when you ain't even good enough for them to marry. Like, it's just all common sense. That's what the Bible is. So I'm like, well, let me do this. And it's working for me. I'm getting blessed like crazy. You put out good energy, you get back good stuff. Like you literally do. It's common sense. So now the spiritual side has completed me. So why I put out these self-love videos is because people are so far off the path of God. Oh, I know God and whatever. Yeah, I pray. Yeah, but you got to live that life. You got to believe. You have to have faith. Okay? Self-love. Let me get you through the self-love journey, the self-respect, the self-esteem. Let me lift you up. And then maybe you'll want to, on your own, go to the man that you have to thank for it, who pulled you through all this. Yeah, you were there. The devil had his hands around your neck and his balls in your mouth. And he was teabagging you like crazy. And then you broke free. You broke free like a prostitute running from a pimp. I'm leaving. I'm gone. This life is wrong. I'm not happy. I'm going to the Lord. And after you go through your self-love, you go through your spiritual journey, you get close with your maker. And you stay close, you hold his hand really, really tight, and he's going to take you where you need to go. And he's going to keep you happy. He's going to give you all the desires of your heart if you follow him, trust him, and love him. And that's all he asks. It's so simple. So self-love to spiritual journey. Let's get there. That's my whole purpose on YouTube. Let's get there. Come on that journey with me. Step into the light. Come on. Step into the light. You know you want to be in the spotlight. Bye, y'all.